this afternoon. First, the highlights. Lagos State Traffic Management Authority warns motorists against traffic build-ups at fuel stations. Nigerian National Petroleum Company vows to end fuel scarcity this week. And Florentine, 7 people missing as sailboat sinks off Italian coast. And in sports, Nigeria's Victor Osimhen moves to snub Chelsea for Paris Saint-Germain. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA has issued a warning to motorists queuing for fuel at various filling stations, leading to severe traffic congestion in the state. Its General Manager, Olalikun Bakaruki, gave this warning as he deployed additional officers to monitor traffic around fuel stations across the state. Bakaruki explained that this increased deployment is necessary due to reports of long queues at filling stations caused by motorists who park indiscriminately, blocking roads as they wait to purchase fuel. He expressed dissatisfaction with the chaotic behavior of some drivers who queue carelessly and disrupt the smooth flow of traffic around petrol stations. The LASMA's post reiterated that effective traffic management is essential for achieving a seamless multimodal transportation system in Lagos. Bakaruki urged the public to use LASMA's new toll-free line 080-300-527862 for complaints, comments and commendations. The Lagos State Government, through the Ministry of Wealth Creation and Employment, has commenced a computer-based test, CBT, for post-NYSC graduates who desire to partake in its Graduate Internship Placement Program, GIPP. The GIPP is a paid internship that offers post-NYSC graduates the chance to start a career while developing important behavioral competencies, emotional intelligence, and soft skills. Commissioner for Wealth Creation and Employment, Akiyemi Ajigbotafe, reiterated that 3,000 post-NYSC graduates will be selected through the CBT assessment, after which there will be a 3-week intensive employability training with globally accepted certification. Upon completion, successful candidates will be placed on 3-month internships in various organizations based on the course of study, with a monthly stipend of 60,000 naira. Ajibota asserted that the program was designed to provide the selected individuals an opportunity to expand their knowledge, create benefits from invaluable job experience, and build valuable networks while gaining practical, technical, and administrative industry experience. He urged graduates to make the best use of the opportunity to gather enough experience that would give them an edge either in securing paid employment or as independent entrepreneurs. The Lagos Government's free medical outreach, Alafiaiku, has been reintroduced for the benefit of residents of the state. Giving details on the outreach as a news conference, Special Advisor to the Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Health, Kemi Ogunyemi, said the program will resume in 12 designated centers across the 6 health districts. Ogunyemi encouraged residents to take advantage of the initiative by visiting the designated centers near them to receive basic medical care. According to her, the services offered at the centers include free blood sugar and blood pressure checks, treatment of minor ailments, free medication, HIV, counseling and testing, health insurance registration, free eye checks and eyeglasses, health talks and counseling. And over to the rest of the stories. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has vowed to end the queues for premium motor spirit, PMS, popularly called petrol, by Wednesday, as the black market for the products boomed on Sunday. NNPC also declared that it did not owe international oil traders $6.8 billion as claimed in some quarters, a development which some industry watchers described as a major reason for the widespread of PMS scarcity in Nigeria. Meanwhile, despite the national oil firm's assurance that the queues for petrol would clear this week, oil marketers said on Sunday that the loading of the products at depots has not improved. Black marketers of petrol who sold the commodity in jerry cans took advantage of the situation as they dispensed PMS for as high as 1,200 naira to 1,500 naira per litre, depending on the area of purchase. This came as the sole importer of the commodity, NNPC, blamed the petrol scarcity on evacuation challenges at PMS vessels. NNPC is Nigeria's only importer of petrol because other dealers stopped importing the commodity due to their inability to access the United States dollar required for petrol imports. Executive Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zach Adediji, has revealed plans to introduce a law that will overhaul the process of revenue administration in Nigeria next month. He also lamented the fact that Nigeria had no law guiding the digital market in Nigeria, especially the cryptocurrency. Adediji spoke at the 2024 stakeholders engagement with the Senate and House Committee on Finance, organized by the Intergovernmental Relations Department of the FIRS, with the theme repositioning the FIRS to achieve its mandate. He explained that the government plans to regulate cryptocurrency in such a way that it will not be injurious to the economic development of the country, adding that there will be revenue harmonization, recording and simplifying the tax law that had been in existence. Adediji said Nigeria was still using the Stamp Duty Act of 1939 when there was no internet connection, saying this explained the reason President Bola Tinubu set up the Tax and Fiscal Reform Committee to change and check the law. Also speaking, the chairman, Senate Committee on Finance, Mohammed Musa, said the FIRS and the legislators were synergizing to come up with a legislation that would give Nigeria the best in getting revenue to address all the challenges facing the country, both in infrastructure and human capital development. And in some foreign news, the Italian Fire and Rescue Service says 7 people are missing after a sailboat sank off the coast of Sicily in the early hours of today. According to reports, the 50-meter sailboat was flying a British flag and 4 Britons are among those missing after the vessel encountered poor weather off the coast of Palermo. The fire brigade says a wreck has been identified at a depth of 50 meters, with drivers searching for the missing people. And meanwhile, emergency service have rescued 15 people, including a child. And in sports news, Victor Osimhen is set to snub Chelsea and wait for long-time Paris Saint-Germain, who are now ready to make a final decision on his transfer. The Blues have been seeking a signature of the Nigeria international all summer, but were initially rebuffed by Napoli, with the 2022-23 Serie A champions insisting that his 113 million euros release clause must be paid in full. The 25-year-old is set to be ranking prominently on their wish list to leave their line during the 2024-25 season. The Lagos-born is one of the most sought-after striker in Europe, having been linked with moves to Chelsea, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United and Liverpool, among others, following impressive seasons with Napoli. Despite the departure of Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid, PSG remains silent on their pursuit of Osimhen, being also reluctant to meet the hefty asking price for the striker, and we're happy with the duo of Goncalo Ramos and Randall Kolo Muani. Osimhen was believed to be keen to test himself in the Premier League after making a name for himself in Serie A with Napoli and in Ligue 1 with Lille, whose rivals Paris Saint-Germain were formerly thought to be Chelsea's main contenders. That was our news at 12. But just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website. It's www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a mentorship seminar for over 1,000 youths on the theme Agripreneur Strategy for Wealth Creation? Well, you can get more details. It's on the Lagos State Government website, and to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA has issued a warning to motorists who are queuing for fuel at various filling stations, leading to severe traffic congestion in the state. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has vowed to end the queues for premium motor spirits, PMS, popularly called petrol, by Wednesday, as the black market for the product boomed on Sunday. We also told you that the Italian Fire and Rescue Service says 7 people are missing after a sailboat sank off the coast of Sicily in the early hours of today. And in sports, Victor Osimhen is set to snub Chelsea and wait for long-time Paris Saint-Germain, who are now ready to make a final decision on his transfer. And for contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast. It was compiled by Kayode Mafalashiri. Thank you for listening, Lagos. My name is Mike James. A beautiful afternoon. It's now time for me to hand you over to the duo of Micah Arocha and Timotokbe Peterside. We'll be here for fire service calling and then lunchtime work. I do have a wonderful time.